all the other causes out there.
Well, what I'm saying is that Aaron's only eliminating one cause of war, which leaves all the other causes out there.
What I'm saying
that seems like exercising fertility. There's no reason to kill
no.
that much people just to eliminate one cause of war.
But what I'm saying is
he should have never done it at all. You could say he should have never done
it at
all.
Let me explain.
No.
Because
I am definitely pro rumbling, right? But
my biggest
what I'm saying is
parody
pro
was
80
behind
not pro 100.
100 years.
Well, let me explain because
something incredibly
parody
drastic
was.
had
But
to
my biggest
happen
thing is that parody
in
was
order for
behind
parody
100 years behind everyone
winning
else.
the arms
So
race
something
in
incredibly
competition in
drastic had to
geopolitics.
happen in
If-
order
let's
for
take the
parody
Congo again.
to
Congo
be
was being
winning the
threatened by
arms race and be
America.
in prime
She would
position
have
to lead
to do
geopolitics.
something
Like, for example,
incredibly
if
drastic
let's
in
bring
order
up
to
the
make it
Congo
so that
again,
they're
the
ahead of
Congo
us
was
or
being
equal to us
threatened
in the
by
arms race.
America.
That's why I was
She would have to
pro-rumbling.
do something
So that
incredibly drastic in order to make it so that they're ahead of us or equal to us in the arms race. So that's why I was pro rumbling.
So you're pro killing millions of innocent people in order to have a potential to
there's never going to be no war. And another thing
technologically versus killing millions of people to never have to war them again.
Well, there's never going to be no war. And another thing
again.
Yeah,
who's them?
I mean, you know, we all came from one country, right? So it's not like
that would be war at that point.
There's really no difference between the outside world. It's literally a social contract because
you know we all came from one
borders
country.
get redrawn all the time.
Like,
I'm not saying that
there's really no difference between the outside world. It's literally a social contract because
it was there.
Borders get redrawn all the time. I'm not saying that the genocide threat or the prejudice. I'm not downplaying that at all. It was there. It was very strong and it was very real. It was very real. What I'm saying is, Aaron rumbled. You guys want to? You're 100% rumbling fan, right?
Okay.
Or you're pro 100% rumbling?
I'm pro characters remaining consistent.
Well,
that's all. And Aaron 80%.
When do you think the writing?
Which makes it bad
changed
writing.
Because
regardless of my opinion,
we could have seen signs of this from early.
When do you think the writing? When do you think the writing changed? Because
when would you say the writing went off the rails?
We could have seen signs of this early on.
Yeah, we did. I saw
120. So like 121.
There were signs.
Like when would you say the writing went off the rails?
Because right now started
120. So like 121.
Yeah, but it was bad. It was bad in.
What was consistently bad?
It was some bad things before that, but that's when
so
it was just consistently bad from then on.
Okay, so you're saying that you want Aaron to stay consistent with a plan.
Okay, so
are you saying that his plan was bad? Because I'm trying to say.
Okay, so you're saying that you want Aaron to stay consistent with a plan. Are you saying that his plan was bad? Because I'm trying to say his plan was always terrible. Because
if he, I was an LDN.
No. Well, again, I'm pro rumbling, so I have no
problem
room to stand on morals and say, oh, this is morally bad. I was an LDN empiricist in season 1. But the problem is that 100% rumbling doesn't really from the perspective of a civilian who gets caught up in a war.
Is the Great Titan
100% rumbling
was the war that
doesn't really change anything because down the line it's going to be war. And I want you to bring this up. Another thing is the Great Titan War, which was the war that brought down the alien empire. Now, yes, it was instigated, but it was instigated in the Marleans were belligerent. But the Marleans were significantly weaker foes, and they had no chance. But you know what happened? They were fighting over the nine houses were fighting over the Titans, right? And that, of course, is supposed to be a parody for
royal bloodlines.
What I believe to be, or you can interpret it anyway, but what I personally believe is that it's a parody for
it could be interpreted as
royal bloodlines or royal family houses fighting over like the king and stuff like that. But it could be interpreted. It can be interpreted as anything because those sort of power struggles that devastate countries happen all the time.
Against me. He's getting
from my perspective, if a kid's getting killed in a war, he's not going to say, well, it's not because I'm they're prejudiced against me.
To me,
he's getting killed. So for me,
take care of the war problem.
It depends.
It doesn't take care of the human suffering problem.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, so to me, the 100% rumbling.
I know.
Doesn't take care of the war
you're
problem.
saying
it doesn't take care of the
that Aaron's character's inconsistent.
Exactly.
But I would actually like to
I know.
If you agree,
I know you're
that
saying that
doesn't accomplish
Aaron's character's inconsistent.
Kids like getting killed.
But I would actually like to counter that because if you agree that the rumbling doesn't accomplish,
I have to say, well, Aaron's character
kids like getting killed, people like getting killed, selfishness and greediness from happening. What I have to counter with that is I have to say, well, Aaron's character did stay consistent.
The very first thing I'd like to bring up is actually season 1,
How did he stay consistent
where we have Aaron.
So the very first thing I'd like to bring up is actually season 1, where we have Aaron, who season 1 there. And but shout out to pulling that Mark for bringing this up, because I can't just use this without giving credit. But anyway, the other way, season 1, Aaron actually sacrifices his life and personal freedom to save
Then it happened again
Armin.
in Tross.
It was not about the Ceracore, it's about humanity.
So to me, it looks like
himself on the line to sacrifice Armin. Then it happened again in Tross.
He has had a consistent pattern.
So to me, it looks like, and of course, I guess I can bring more examples. To me, just taking that one example, it looks like he's had a consistent pattern since he was 10,
including humanity.
And that's 15, and maybe 9.
Yes,
over everything
else,
including his own life, including humanity.
Exactly.
So,
despite what's best for parody, despite what he
so if he goes and he sacrifices his life by letting Mikasa kill him,
maybe possibly,
despite what's best for parody, despite what he believes his personal freedom is, how is that not consistent with him? Since even
because
maybe
I just
possibly
told you, he doesn't need to do that. He did not need to do that. It was impossible for him to know that it would need to be done. It makes no sense that it needs to be done. And on top of that, if he wanted to do the rumbling, if he wanted that to occur, he didn't have to kill as many people as he did. He didn't have to do pretty much anything. All it was Isayama trying to please both sides. He was trying to eat his cake and have it too. He's trying to give the people like me who prefer Aaron remain consistent and destroy the world what we wanted, but also giving people a little bit of a happy sort of, not so dark ending at the same time. And that's where he fucked up at. He should have made a choice where he wanted to, because now the ending has characters behaving in ways that make no sense. Like, okay, I get it. Aaron has always wanted to put people, his friends, over, and he's willing to die for his people. Absolutely. I 100% agree that he would be more than happy to die, and I even agree that he would die before he would want to die before killing Armin and Mikasa. I can buy that. But what I can't buy is him coming up with a plan like this that's so dog shit, and then not only that, get that plan rewritten for him on multiple occasions, to the point where it's like, did he even come up with it himself? He doesn't even know. He admits that he doesn't know. So we can't even attribute this plan to him. And then on top of that, he goes back and says, well, no, I always planned this all the way back from the table scene that you guys were going to be pushed away, which the table scene just proves that it's even more stupid, because you say they are his friends, but he did not trust them enough, not only to not tell them the truth, but he thought so lowly of them. He thought they were so emotionally unintelligent that him saying those petty little words.
Okay, sorry, you said a lot there, and I really want to just repoint. Can you take
10 wits?
I thought you were taking that.
Okay,
but can you
Okay, sorry. You said a lot there, and I really want to just repoint.
And I'm not trying to
can you take? I just been taking notes. My bad. But can you say like one? And I'm not trying to be constantly like. I just want one point.
I said a lot. I get you.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah.
I was just rambling. But no, it's just that just goes to show how stupid the plan is. There's just so many different angles I can come at why it's so fucking stupid. Okay, we'll go from one at a time. So I've already explained why I think that the 100% makes no fucking sense for Aaron's character. I mean, 80% makes no fucking sense for Aaron's character based on the character that we were given. It makes no fucking sense. I don't mind him dying. He could have died after 100%. He could have killed them all and then had Mikasa kill him. And then the Titan Curse would be ended, and there would be no possibility of alien prosecution.
Wait.
That's sorry that
we
already talked about
persecution?
that. Yeah.
Well, I just want to have
we
a
already talked about that.
I can go at 2 o'clock.
Wait.
But
we already talked about that.
We can rehash that.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I just want to have really engaging. Like I can go at 2 o'clock if you want, but but let's tell that for now. Go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I think we
You're East Coast, right?
Yeah, it's only 10 for me. I think we discussed that already, and you've already said you said
well, he
how
wanted
you
to do
feel
100.
on it, and
We saw that in
I
139.
agree with that. I just feel like if he was going to do 80, he should have just done 100. But
he wanted to do 100. We saw that in 139.
See, I know, but then it doesn't work.
Well, no, what?
Okay,
it doesn't
work because if he wanted to do 100, then why did the table scene happen?
Do you agree that there's a difference?
The table scene?
Nuance
why did it happen? If he wanted to
or
100? Why did he let
layered and
do you agree that there's a difference between nuance and inconsistency, or layered. That's probably not nuance. Layered inconsistency.
I absolutely agree with that until the character flat out tells you that yes, I did that for this. Then you can't do that no more. You say I'm a literally bad on there and say yes.
No, sorry.
What's a layered character?
A layered character. There's a fine line between a layered character and an inconsistent character.
Sorry. I meant a layered character. There's a fine line between a layered character and an inconsistent character. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what's a layered character?
A layered character is a character that has many different angles or many different reasonings behind doing certain things, and
please no spoilers.
You start to get, like, for example, a lot of people try to say that Aaron is similar to Walter White. If you're familiar with Walter White from Breaking Bad, Walter White is
I haven't watched it.
Okay, well, Walter White is a great example of a layered character, but I can't use that. But it's a layered character done correct. But let's just say this, right? So Isayama tries to pretend like this whole time Aaron's reasoning, which a lot of people try to say that this is the gist of 139, is Armin is having a conversation with Aaron, essentially breaking down his lies, basically. So he starts off saying, "Oh no, I did it for you guys," and then Armin is like, "Really? Did you do it for us?" And he's like, "Oh no, I did it for some other reason." He's like, "Really? Did you do it?" And then in the end, he goes, "Well, I don't know why." That's his final explanation, But the thing about that is, there's no fucking possible way that you could tell me that Aaron didn't know why he did what he did. The story laid it out entirely perfectly.
Well, I think he does know why.
Of course he knows why, but Isayama said he didn't, which goes to show why Isayama's a bad writer once again.
Well, I think there's also some subtext there. I mean, would you agree that there's subtext in Attack on Titan? Like, even with the name, Attack on Titan is a general principle.
There's subtext, but it's hard to find subtext, and I don't know why.
Well, I didn't even give you my
If you want to make it subtextual, then that makes Aaron a shittier person.
Well, I didn't even give you my reasoning.
I'm not saying any subtext to it.
Like a bad character, or
subtext? There's no subtext you can add that doesn't make Aaron a shitty person, other than what we've already.
What do you mean, shitty person? Like a bad character, or is a bad human being?
A bad human being.
Aaron is
a bad.
Some context
morally reprehensible, disgusting, foul.
So there's no debate on that.
Because
I think Aaron is in some context, a very disgusting human being. But so there's no debate on that.
Well, it depends. If he did the rumbling out of his own choice, if he had other choices that would have solved his problem, but chose to do the rumbling simply because he wanted the pleasure of destroying humanity, then absolutely he is a disgusting, horrible, reprehensible, terrible, shitty person. But that is not the character that he was.
Give my perspective is what I mean.
Well, okay, so do you want me to lay it out for you?
When he says, so you mentioned him saying that,
give my perspective is what I mean.
He did it for his friends, and then he changed his mind.
All right, so when he says, so you mentioned him saying that, he said he did it for his friends, and then he changed his mind, and the table scene, right? And then he said he wanted to do it, but then he didn't do it. Like, he said he wants to finish Rolling 139, but he stopped at 8%, but he still did the table scene. He's saying that's all.
The song endings,
okay,
in this debate,
right? So basically, as we all know, and are endings, like the song endings, are those valid in this debate or no?
Wants to do the rumbling because of what we see in 139, obviously. So he wants to do rumbling for that reason.
Wants to do the rumbling because of what we see in 139, obviously. So he wants to do rumbling for that specific reason.
What reason?
I heard you talking about it.
What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know
okay.
I don't
all right. So he says to Ramsey that when he,
I heard
he said that
I heard you talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was so disappointed.
All right. So he says to Ramsey that when he said that he wants to save parody, but it's more than that. When he went to humans outside the walls, he was so disappointed and he wished to wipe it all away. Right. So from there,
I don't even think there's subtext that even needs to get involved.
Do you take it as subtext or do you take it face value?
Right.
I don't even think there's subtext that even needs to get involved to justify my opinion. I think it's right.
Well,
I'm saying exactly what Aaron said. He said
I know why
he wants to say parody.
Such as because there's people. That'd be ridiculous. And that's why.
Well, I mean, I have. Well, I have my own. I know why. Please don't laugh until you get. It's not just because there's people. That'd be ridiculous. That's why. That's ridiculous. Okay, so humor me for a second. Please don't laugh until I get. You can laugh after if you think it's too late. Let me finish. Then you can have a chuckle if you want to. All right. So we first see him. The first people he kills are elven humans, right? He goes and he saves Mikasa. You know, okay. Anyway, so he saves Mikasa. He kills these people, and he says, I don't know if this is in the manga, but I know in the anime he says to his dad, they were animals. This guy
then he goes into then his mom gets killed, right? And then he's extremely angry. Then he says, he will destroy every last one of those animals that are on this earth, right?
Then he goes into then his mom gets killed, right? And then he's extremely angry. And then he says that he will destroy them, every last one of those animals that are on this earth, right?
No, that's he said Titans in the first beginning, but in
monster.
And 131 flashback changed it to animals, but.
Well, he says Are you serious? He says animals before 131.
Let me see if I can try to.
I don't think so.
Hold on, or monsters. Come on.
Probably especially monsters or something like that.
Yeah, monsters.
Let me see if I can try to. I don't think he referred to Titans as animals.
Fairly certain he did.
But in the meantime,
let me see if I can try to.
I guess we can table it.
I need to play.
So then he does that, right? So then the other interesting thing, and this is an anime only thing. Are you an AoE guy?
But in the meantime,
he says when he's fighting,
I guess we can table it. He says, so then he does that,
I will
right?
destroy the entire world.
And then the other interesting thing, this is an anime only thing. Are you an AoE guy?
Why would
so he says this in the anime. He says when he's fighting Annie, specifically in the anime, he says, "I will destroy the entire world. I am free."
He says, "I will destroy,"
which is a very interesting choice of dialogue, right? Because why would not I'll destroy my enemies, I'm free. Not I'll free the aliens, I'm free. Not I'll be free, I'm free. Right? He says, "I'll destroy the entire world."
He goes and edits the storyboard.
I mean, I'll destroy the entire world, all of it. So
have you seen Bird of the Sunset, the third ED?
I don't really hold Isayama responsible for that.
He goes and edits the storyboards.
I mean, all right.
Have you seen Bird of the Sunset, the third ED?
Yeah.
All right.
Again, I don't hold him responsible for that.
So then he goes and he kills
the
human beings. In 130, right? And he has that flashback, right?
Cool.
Of him saying he'll destroy them every last one of them.
So then he goes and he kills the human beings. In 130, right? And he has that flashback, right? Of him saying he'll destroy the animals.
And then the last thing that brings Farming final feeling, which would be 130, not the
no. When he's doing the rumbling,
when he
I think it's on humanity, right?
He says that he's free.
What about it?
Right?
Yeah. So then that happens, and then the last thing that'll bring a Farming final point, which would be 130, not the Ramsey conversation.
Okay, so with all
when he comes out of his Titan,
we can see that Eren has an adverse effect
the freedom panel
to evil people. He does not like evil people.
Yeah, 131.
Right. Yeah. And we also can see he's ignorant of people's
so with all those things combined, we can see that Eren has an adverse effect to evil people. He does not like evil people. Right. And we also can see he's ignorant of people's evilness. In season 1, he said when he's in Frost, he's saying, "Oh, I'm being killed by humans. This is ridiculous." And that's in the manga. I know for a fact. So he has this adverse effect to evil people. So when he kills the kidnappers, then the Titans take away. He's saying, of course, he deserves not only natural, but his mom should happen to you because he is exterminating what he thinks of us evil people.
If I kill all of these evil things,
and the Titans take away his not only his freedom, but then his mom of all things. They went like
So then he goes and he gets rid of them.
Okay, great. If I kill all of these evil things, then I'll be free because they're trapped
against walls. Then he figures out, and this is why he's so
and they're very evil. They eat people all the time. So then he goes and he gets rid of them, right? With the combination of the executioner of hell and the other stuff.
The Titans are
then he figures out, and this is why he's so disappointed when he reaches. This is why he's not happy when he reaches the sea. Because then he reaches the sea and he realizes that
all of our enemies over there.
The Titans are simply just weapons of war, and he has not exterminated all evil from the world yet, and he's still not free.
Yeah.
And that's why he uses the exact same language. If we kill all the enemies over there, we finally be free.
Right, but he didn't say if we kill all those animals over there. He said all of our enemies.
Right. Yeah. I'll continue on.
So then he says.
So then,
he does say
after
animals. Sorry.
So then after he goes to sea, and he's all disappointed.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Right. Then he goes to Marley. So here's the funny thing. I just realized recently.
Yeah.
He knew there were.
So then after he goes
not
to
just
sea,
the refugees. He knew that there was good Marlians in the
Then he goes to Marley, and here's the funny thing. Right. I just realized recently. So, he knew there were good Marleyans. Well, I mean, I don't know. Not just the Marleyans were very out there. Marleyans in the mainland, but I'll come and play later.
Of course he knew that.
Right.
Why wouldn't he know that? Of course he did.
Yeah, that's all I'm referring to.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because the Marleyans were very out there with the genocide.
So he's now slowly starting to realize that the Titans are not his problem, which is why he's the ocean.
That's all I'm referring to.
So then he says to the
so he goes to Marley
table scene. He
says. So he's now slowly starting to realize that the Titans are not his problem, which is why he's not happy at the ocean.
Then
then he says to the table scene, he says that the furthest thing removed from ignorance, from freedom, is ignorance.
Over 130.
Right?
We'll talk about that later. 131.
Then this is where I'm going to make my point. I'm doing
context. I'm going
to get to my point soon. 131. I'm skipping over 130 because we'll talk about that later. But 131.
Ignorant of what's happening on the ground.
Reverts himself to being a child. Who's an adult prior. Reverts himself to being a child.
Did nothing wrong to
he creates this wall of smoke around himself. Ignorant of what's happening on the ground. Incion does this with the juxtaposition of all the death of people who did nothing wrong to him. Right, and that's why I mentioned that there's good people in Marley, because you could say, well, they're racist, but some of them were genuinely good people. So he's trampling these people,
and then he was surrounded by walls he created. Not being able to see anything, he declares himself free.
So he's trampling these people. He's reversed himself to being a child, and then he was surrounded by walls he created. Not being able to see anything, knowing that he declares himself free. Right, and because he's finally getting rid of the evil people. But then he, of course, frowns after, knowing that he has reached, because he's reached his goal, right?
After the wind. And the funny thing is that Armin is a full-grown adult,
exterminating evil,
and
securing his personal freedom and his freedom for his country. But
then
he frowns after because he knows that
he didn't want to kill humans.
And the funny thing is that Armin is a full-grown adult,
and you'd have every right
Aaron
to
is
say
a child. So
the
reason why I bring all this up is I'm saying he didn't want to kill humans just for shits and giggles, right? That'd be ridiculous. And you'd have every right to say it's not bad right if you said that. What happens is we've seen a consistent pattern, subtle, but we've seen a consistent pattern of him wanting to exterminate evil, make the world a pure place. And of course, that is an exercise of inutility and chasing after the wind. And that is why Aaron violates his own rules. The funny thing is, he says, every day I saw those damn walls, but he makes walls of smoke himself. And so that's why he wants to, that's why he, and that's why it says,
I think Aaron has a
when I figured out there was people outside the walls, not enemies, or races or anything like that. He says, when I found there was people outside the walls, he wanted it to be like Armin's book. Not because of nature. I had to talk about something with another guy. I think Aaron has a disdain for nature. But that's a little headcanon, so you have to worry about that. But what I'm saying is, I think Aaron did not want to see nature per se. He wanted it to be empty because he knew human beings equals evil. So he didn't want that. He just wanted a plain whatever. So, with that in mind, that's why he wants to do 100% rumbling. That's why the flashback of his dad comes in saying, you're free. Because him getting rid of evil
he's always wanted to protect his friends.
Freedom for him.
And that's
right. So that's why he wants to do 100% rumbling. Now, why did he stop 80%? Because, of course, what we've seen since he was 9 years old. The same principle.
Well, not Armin.
He's always wanted to protect his friends. And that's
they would be protected. They would be protected if he did 100. If that's what he truly wanted.
So why did he visit him?
Not Armin.
Yes, he would.
Not Armin. Not Reiner.
Reiner's not his friend.
Well,
come again?
Reiner's not his friend.
So why did he visit him in Baths?
It doesn't matter. It's not his friend. I don't know why he visited him. I don't know, but they're not friends. But they have an understanding, but they're not friends. But if they were friends, he wouldn't have transformed right in his face and almost killed him. They're not friends. But what I'm trying to take away from this is he could have removed the Titan curse after the 100%.
How?
Yeah, but how is
Mikasa doesn't know how far.
How is he going to control him?
Mikasa has no idea.
Because he was trying actively. He's actively trying not to kill them.
Yeah, but how is he?
How what?
How is he going to control him? Mikasa kills him. Because he was trying actively.
Yeah, but
he's actively trying not to kill them.
He could easily control that. Just leave Armin in paths until
to talk to him. He didn't bring him to trap him.
Yeah, but that directly goes against what he said in Sinners.
No, I mean, why do you bring?
Ymir brought him to the. Yeah, Ymir brought. You said 135. Yeah, Ymir brought him
to talk to him. He didn't bring him to trap him.
No. I'm talking about when Ymir brought him.
Huh?
Yeah, Ymir brought him to the. Yeah, Ymir brought. You said 135.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ymir brought him to that. Aaron.
That's what I meant. Well, I thought It depends on what it depends on what you subscribe to, whether Ymir and Eren are on
the same team. They're working towards the same goal.
So
yeah, I think they're co-belligerents.
Okay, so if she did it, then he did it. So she brought him there, he brought him there. Well, then they're not on the same team. Then are they on the same team or not?
They're the same team. They're working towards the same goal,
and they have the same goal, and they have the same plan.
Why can't they say that? He looks to be very aloof. Did you see him in the Battle of Heaven and Earth? He looks very aloof.
You can't say that Ymir brought Armin to pass without Eren's consent.
Yeah, he's sleeping. He's not transforming. He didn't even take.
Why can't they say that? He looks to be very aloof. Did you see him in the Battle of Heaven and Earth? He looks very aloof.
No, I'm saying it's very reasonable to assume he didn't know.
Yeah, he's sleeping. He's not transforming. He didn't even take the time to transform himself after he got.
So he had no control over anything that was going on the entire time.
Because why wouldn't you?
No, I'm saying it's very reasonable to assume he didn't know.
Because
why is that reasonable to assume? Well, why would
directly before that, he said that he was going to. Because he came in terms of killing Eren.
Directly before that,
he didn't want.
He said that he was going to. He came in terms of killing Eren. He wanted to kill Eren. So. And of course,
what does that have to do with her?
She didn't want Armin killing Eren. She wanted Mikasa to kill Eren. So that's why she did that.
But then she let him out before Eren's still alive.
Yeah, that was pretty unclear. Was it her or was it Zeke?
The Titan explosion.
Yeah. That's why it's 6 out of 10. But
she let him out.
Yeah, I interpret. I was pretty confused too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was pretty unclear.
I definitely
was it her or was it Zeke?
Isn't that pretty unclear?
You guys have.
Yeah. That's why it's 6 out of 10. But because I don't understand. Yeah, I interpret. I was pretty confused too. I'm not gonna lie, but I definitely interpreted that as Zeke. But if you guys have,
well, I mean,
I'm not even gonna get into that argument because I don't understand.
We don't know. But the point of the matter is,
only Ymir
Eren
knows.
has the power of the gods at his fingertips. If he wants the rumbling to continue, it continues. It only stops when he wants it to. He didn't even have to go towards the worm. Like, all that shit, the worm would have eventually beat Reiner's ass and came to him. Like, he didn't have to walk to it. He set that shit up so that he would die in that moment. If he didn't want to die, he wouldn't have died. He wanted to die. He could have transferred consciousness. He could have crystallized himself.
He didn't even use his own Titan since the beginning. Like, he's obviously very.
Yes, every single power of all the Titans, all 9 Titans.
I think he's emotionally. He's emotionally drained in that moment.
He didn't even use his own Titan since the beginning. Like, he's obviously very.
What? So you think he's weak?
I think he's emotionally. I think he's emotionally drained in that moment.
To a colossal Titan.
Yeah, but he was.
If he was weak, why didn't he transform at all?
One of the reasons people say is that so the people around him can see that Armin is fighting him. Another reason is that he wants to, as you said, go further with the rumbling.
One of the reasons. Are you asking why he didn't go Armin is fighting him? Another reason is that he wants to, as you said, go further with the rumbling, right?
We know it.
So are you asking why he didn't go to 100% and then let Mikasa kill him?
Yes. If that's
why would Mikasa kill him?
Yeah, but are you really gonna
know
it to know? Like it's a great.
She can estimate. She has no clue.
That's another thing that goes completely unexplained. But it's definitely great.
But are you really gonna pin that on Eren?
He had 3 attempts to know. Like
it's a great.
So
it's a.
No.
That's nothing that goes completely unexplained. But it's definitely a great plan. But you have to remember, we knew from the beginning he had 3 out of 10 wits, and
we've known he's not the smartest tool in the shed. Are you okay? But besides that, I don't need to fall back on this.
I mean, I don't know. I just can't.
Besides that, remember,
we've known he's not the smartest tool.
Not only that, but his sin messed him up.
Besides that, I don't need to fall back on theory. Besides that, remember, the founder messed him up.
Yeah.
Not only that, but his sin messed him up, and his conflicting motivations messed him up. Okay, you know what I'm referring to. I see that you're not
referring to. You're referring to 139.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not gonna go with that because he's been with the founder ever since the rumbling started.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
To do everything.
You don't understand what I'm
saying?
Up until now,
so far as planning.
Okay, what am I saying?
Okay,
I feel like it's a misunderstanding.
No, he bringing him into paths, everything. No.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't understand what I'm saying? Okay, let me say this again. Okay, what am I saying? I feel like it's a misunderstanding.
You said the found.
Well, no. There's 3 things. Number 1.
What he said in 139. Everything is moving all at once and all that.
His own sin is messing him up. And I remember referring to 139 where he says.
Well, no. There's 3 things. Number 1.
About this.
Right.
What's that again?
He can't. His own sin is messing him up, and I'm referring to 139 where he says.
So then there's the other thing
forgiven, right? So we know he feels guilty about this,
right? What's that again? He felt guilty since before he even touched the founder.
Because he can see the past, present, and future.
So then there's the other thing where the founder got him messed up. Right,
which is dumb. How the founder get him messed up? He seemed pretty all well together to me when he sent
those messages. When the past president,
when Tom Brady's injured, he
sent those messages through Pabs.
Just because he didn't see any direct evidence of it does not mean that he's. I mean,
he took some.
He took some pretty strange moves.
Yeah, when Tom Brady's injured,
why are
he
Peek and fine. Around?
Just because he didn't see any direct evidence of it does not mean that he's. I mean, he took some. He took some pretty strange moves. Like, for example, why are Peek and Falco able to be around?
Because the planet, because Peek and Falco, they would never be able to do it if Falco wasn't there. But once again, his plan all relied on miracles occurring. Falco being a flying Titan, Falco being the Titan, all these things, miracles. Falco learned how to control his Titan form in one day, miracles.
I mean, didn't Berthold do that?
I don't know.
Did Berthold learn how to control his Titan in one day?
What I'm trying to say is that he has all these things about his personality, right? He has 3 out of 10 wits. He has the
I don't know.
He has the guilt aspect of doing this. And on top of that,
what I'm trying to say is that he has all these things about his personality.
No.
He has 3 out of 10 wits.
I don't think you're
He has the guilt aspect of doing this.
Listen,
and on top of that, the founder. No. I don't think you're understanding.
Number 2.
I can because listen. I'm using these 3 things. Number 1, I'm using these 3 things concurrently to build a stronger case. Number 1.
However,
number 2
applies, bro.
Number 2
applies.
Okay, I see where you're saying that. I totally see where you're saying that because you're saying he felt guilty ever since he knew he was going to do it.
The table thing.
However,
the table thing was ridiculous of him.
Sound logical, planning head.
Well, I mean, he was pretty. Yeah.
So Aaron has no agency.
On top, but didn't you say that the table thing was ridiculous of him?
Aaron. So you said that there was. I'm going to put a little bit of tangent here because you said that Aaron.
So Aaron has no agency now.
Didn't have any signs of being messed up by the founder. Right.
Okay. Well, Aaron. So you said that there was. I'm going to put a little bit of tangent here because you said that Aaron didn't have any signs of being messed up by the founder. Right.
He says.
And you said the table. Not only did you say the table scene was stupid of him, but the things. It looks like he's melting down at some points during the table scene.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely.
Right.
Not really.
I mean, not really. He says, "I'm free. Don't call me that."
For sure.
But you still call me the S word. Is that what he said?
Okay. So there's your evidence.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely.
Well,
you can definitely interpret it that way, but you for sure. But you still say it was
stupid. Massive miscalculation of his friends that he's been doing for years.
There's your evidence. Anyway,
Aaron doing one stupid thing is evidence.
Yeah, a brain dead miscalculation.
That's his friends. He made a massive miscalculation of his friends that he's been knowing for years.
That's not a massive. That's like.
Okay,
that's like
listen.
brain dead.
Could it have been explained better?
Yeah, a brain dead miscalculation of people he's known for years.
Having the past, present, and future exist at the same time messes him up.
No. Okay, listen. Could it have been explained better? For sure, but he said in 139 that having the past, present, and future exist at the same time messes him up. Like I don't know why that's
and
that's a point of contention.
Because it's dumb. It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
He's had that power since
the table scene. You just said he never had a problem before. It's problem the table scene.
Yeah, and then after he touched the story,
it never was a problem before, but now it's so powerful that he's retarded. I don't get it.
The table scene. You just said he never had a problem before. It's problem the table scene.
Yes, the table scene was bad writing.
So when I say that the table, when I say that the founder got messed up, you say there's no evidence of him having
Aaron is pretending to be a jackass,
causing him decline.
Okay. So when I say at the table that when I say that the founder got messed up, you say there's no evidence of him having causing him decline. I bring up the table scene. That's bad writing.
The table scene is bad writing. Bad writing does not mean it's cognitive decline. If he had been stuttering over his words, or if he had been calling Mikasa Armin or something like that, then I could see, because then that's clearly blatantly showing to me that the author's intention to show me that this person is not mentally all together. But he was not doing that.
Than him making a giant miscalculation about his friends.
I think that him
wouldn't you agree?
Calling Mikasa Armin is a much less blunder than him making a giant miscalculation about his friends that he's known for years. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, no, it is. It absolutely. But
why not?
If you want to say that Isayama intended on that being what you take away from that scene, which I 150,000% believe that is not what he was doing.
Why not?
A lot more sense than him making a brain, as you said, a brain dead miscalculation of people known for years.
He could have achieved it in 1,000 different ways.
What would have been a stronger sign?
A lot more sense than him making a brain, as you said, a brain dead miscalculation of people he's known for years.
Yes.
What would have been a stronger sign of mental distress? Him misnaming Mikasa?
That's not a stronger sign. It's a better written sign, because the audience, you got to remember that the story is for you. You got to remember you're not writing this story as if like no one's reading it, right? You're supposed to be leaving.
You weren't confused
something
when
small like that would have been a much bigger sign.
That's
what the fuck? Why did you just call Armin Mikasa? Like you would think that it would get the head turning. Like, okay, what the fuck? Like,
you weren't confused when Aaron said that to Armin.
Like,
what? I thought everything Aaron said at that table was absolutely 100% correct.
What did he say before? What did Mikasa say to him?
The only thing that's wrong with it is the fact that he thought that would make them want to kill him. But everything else was 100% correct.
What did he say before? What did Mikasa say to him? Right before he started talking?
I was going to say, okay. But anyway, so you're saying that he didn't leave enough breadcrumbs for it to be well written.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say but anyway. So you're saying that he didn't leave enough.
You see nothing strange about
for it to be well written.
You see nothing strange about his character at all from that table scene. Even though you omitted.
Nobody interpreted that.
You see nothing strange about his. You see nothing strange about his character at all from that table scene. Even though you
take 139 away, it's nothing wrong with it. If you take 139 away, the
because his head
exactly.
It's fine.
Because 139 gives his motivation for the table scene.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's a retcon.
Yeah, because his head got messed up by the founder.
No, it's because it's a retcon. Your head don't get messed up by the founder, and then you say shit that's perfectly logical. Everything he said at that table was 100% perfectly logical. Everything, it all makes sense. The only reason why it doesn't is because 139.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of see what you're saying.
Why it's dumb. If you take
that
away,
but 139 is canon, and 139 gives explanation.
Yeah, I agree.
139.
I kind of see what you're saying.
139.
But 139 is canon, and 139 gives explanation.
You can look at this.
139. Listen. 139 gives his explanation
logic
for the table scene.
Right.
So look at this.
But not emotional intelligence.
You can look at it this way. You can say Aaron was using logic,
emotional intelligence,
right?
Not actual intelligence,
but not emotional intelligence.
Which still be a blunder.
His entire goal was for them to get pushed away, which would require emotional intelligence, not actual intelligence, which would still be a blunder for people he's known for years.
I think it's part of it. I mean,
and so the founder affected his emotional intelligence, but not his logical intelligence.
He admitted what he was doing was petty and evil. He still went through with it. And then I think
it's part of it.
And then he declared himself free after. Oh, here's another thing. He said, "I was tired of those walls."
He admitted what he was doing was petty and evil.
And then he makes walls around himself.
And then he declared himself free after. Oh, here's another thing. He said, "I was tired of those walls. The first thing removed from freedom is ignorance." And then he makes walls around himself, makes himself ignorant, reverts himself to being a child, and then declares he's free.
Yes, it was beautiful. It was great writing. Obviously,
wasn't that
that is a very clear sign of mental distraught. But I don't assign that mental distraught to a fucking to Ymir.
Listen, I'm not saying that I think that line should have been explained more, because it's very vague. When he messed with had in his head, right? But he said it did. You're saying that there was no sign beforehand.
I'm not saying that I think that line should have been explained more. It's very vague. When he messed with had his personal stress instead of what the man actually said. You're saying that there was no signs of it beforehand, and I just told you an incident where you said he's immensely stressed, and now you're attributing it to his personal stress instead of what the man actually said.
No, that's
so.
Okay. I attribute it to that. I will admit that you can attribute it to that beat to it, but I personally
don't
buy the explanation, because here's the thing that he'll say.
He said two things that were extremely falsifiable in the table scene. First thing he says is that
you don't think it was written well enough. Here's the thing that he'll say. he said two things that were extremely falsifiable.
Oh,
no. Well, listen. The first thing he says is that Mika's, Ackerman instinct kicked in.
Because they were made to protect the kings of Eldia.
Well, listen. Well, because he didn't even have the founder at that point. So there's no reason for her to think that he's the king of Eldia, because they were made to protect the kings of Eldia. He doesn't even have the founder, so why would she do that? Number one. Number two.
Why would she attach to him instead of the actual?
It doesn't have to be a king of Eldia that she's attached to.
Like if it's a bloodline thing,
she attached to him as her.
If it's a bloodline thing,
anyone who wants to harm
wouldn't it go?
Why would she attach to him instead of the actual king, instead of Rod?
Come again?
Like if it's a bloodline thing,
I don't know.
If it's a bloodline thing, wouldn't it go to Rod instead of to Aaron? Because it's in her blood.
Because it's a lie.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I assumed it was like imprinting. I assume that's how it was.
130.
Okay.
Right before that, I can. Right beforehand, she stops. What's her
130.
Unless you
girl.
Right before that, no,
I stopped Gabby from getting killed.
Right
beforehand,
she stops.
Armin does it. Gives the exact same answer. On top of that, she does love Aaron.
Girl. No, she stops Gabby from getting killed. The girl asks why. She says, "I don't know." Armin does it. She has the exact same answer. On top of that, she does love Aaron. Perfectly explainable.
What are you talking about, bro? Gabby had a knife. Gabby had a knife about to stab.
I'm not saying it's comparable. I'm saying
she said, "I don't know."
No,
I'm saying she had the same
danger. She would die from that.
She has the same.
If Mikasa did not do something.
I'm not saying it's comparable.
Aaron was in no danger whatsoever.
I'm saying she had the same.
Armin is her best friend, not some stranger.
She has the same.
Slammed him to the table, and then afterwards she was surprised.
So when Levi kicked Aaron and she restrained herself, was that the Ackerman clan thing too?
She did not control herself in that situation, which objectively proves that what Aaron said.
No, she restrained herself.
Okay.
When
Levi kicked Aaron and she restrained herself, was that the Ackerman clan thing too?
Yeah, and then she stopped and she chilled out. No, she also.
No, she restrained herself. Armin pulled her back, but she went along with it.
Her facial expression changed.
Yeah, she was about to go though.
Yeah, and then she stopped and she chilled out.
No,
she also stopped. She wasn't struggling. She's saying her face.
So
her facial expression
changed. That served another bloodline.
But someone snaps. Someone snaps the. So you think Aaron was saying, okay, so you are in a bloodline that served another bloodline, but if you see another person that you like, you'll get attached to those people, and you can get snapped out of it from time to time.
Hey,
you think that's because
she loves Aaron?
I don't understand. That's the only logical explanation, because until you can explain to me why she slammed Armin on that damn table, logically,
because she
that's
loves
all
Aaron.
I have. It doesn't
understand.
matter. She can't. Armin was objectively no threat to Aaron. Objectively, and then right after that, he went on to fight him anyway, and she did nothing. So it's objectively proven that she can decide when to use it. She can decide to not use it if she's in her right state of mind, but instinctively she can't control it, and instinctively she slammed Armin, because right after Armin got to beating her, got to fighting Aaron, she did nothing. She didn't jump at him no more. She let him go because she realized
I'm not saying she didn't act instinctively. She instinctively wants to protect Aaron. It's been her thing from the start.
Again, it's terrible writing. I didn't write it. I'm just telling you what's on the page.
When they fought before, Aaron literally said he never fought him before.
I'm not saying she didn't act instinctively. She instinctively wants to protect Aaron. It's been her thing from the start. What do you mean?
Not from Armin. They fought before.
Yeah, she did. She grabbed him and picked him up.
When they fought before, Aaron literally said he never fought him before.
She's fought other people before.
I honestly would like to see that, because I'm not denying it.
Yeah, she did. She grabbed him and picked him up. It's in the manga.
There was another time where they fought, and she sat there and watched.
Okay, fine. This is not important to my point. We're going to go back to
it. Absolutely.
I'm not denying it.
Okay, okay. Just trust me. Let's just say it absolutely objectively happened. Then what?
This is not important to my point, and we are going to go back to the 80%.
No, don't dodge it.
Don't dodge what?
We gotta talk about this.
What are you trying to say? Okay, yeah, for sure.
I'm the one who brought this up for my own purposes. We gotta talk about this.
I understand it, but you brought it up, and it doesn't help your point if we don't come to an understanding.
What are you trying to say? Okay, yeah.
No way that it could be, hey, she's been protecting Aaron for years,
the Ackerman thing was the truth, which proves that what Aaron said at that table was true. By Isayama's writing.
Hold on. There's no way that it could be, hey, she's been protecting Aaron for years, and she's just protecting him again.
There's an instance where she didn't do that.
And she also watched Armin fight
source
Aaron
material, there's an instance where she sat there
and she also let Levi kick him.
Fight Jean for hours. Well, not hours, but an extended period of time, and she did not interfere at all.
Okay, and she also watched Armin fight Aaron after.
Yeah,
and she also let Levi kick him.
Exactly.
I mean, exactly. I don't understand.
What I'm telling you is that if she was able to control to not attack a defender in all these situations, then why did she do it to Armin?
Because
why did she not hold back on Armin?
Because, as I've been saying,
why should she not hold back on Armin?
Yeah, why did she not hold back on Armin?
She's been always.
Why is she what now?
Why didn't she let Armin punch Eren? Why did she slam him on the table?
Because, as I've been saying, she's been growing and protecting him from bullies since the beginning.
It's a force of habit.
She's been always protecting him.
But I just gave you multiple instances.
And neither.
And then she let him go. It's a force of habit.
Yeah, and then exactly. She tried to, just like the same principle. She tried to, even though she knew Eren was objectively in the wrong.
She tried to. She wanted to.
Yeah, and then she. Exactly. So she tried to, just like the same principle. She tried to, even though she knew Eren was objectively in the wrong.
But with Jean, she didn't even try.
Okay. Listen, bro. Listen, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just going to do this.
We see her when she knows Eren's objectively
I believe you.
wrong.
I know you don't mess around with facts,
but I know this. She still decides to instinctively. Okay.
But we see her when she knows Eren's objectively in the wrong and deserves to get kicked. We know this. She still decides to instinctively. Okay.
This is so bad. Poor guy. This is absurd.
This is so bad.
Sorry, Chief.
Poor guy. This is absurd. Sorry, Chief.
That's not right. Should be listening to this. Yeah, mute it.
That's not right.
I gotta change my shirt.
Shouldn't be listening to this. Yeah, mute it. That's good. I gotta change my shirt.
you